Hello guys, my name is Gustavo. I'm here to talk about my life with autism and ADHD. So I'm sorry if I'm not looking right at the camera because I have a note behind my phone here. Uh, First, who am I? My name is Gustavo Barbosa. I live in northern Brazil, specifically in the state of Amapá, in the city of Macapá. That means I'm not a native English speaker, so you have to deal with my Brazilian accent, okay? Um, I'm 25 years old and I live most of my life in the same house in the same city. My first contact with music was when I was 6 years old and I was born into a Christian family, and my church had a really great band, and I can't remember the first time I saw them play, but I knew music was going to be my favorite thing forever. So today I work mainly as a drum teacher here in my city, and I also do freelance work with local artists. I have always struggled with anxiety, but about 2 months ago I was diagnosed with autism and ADHD. So I want to answer a few questions here in this video. So um, the first one is, why am I making this video and why in English? So the first reason I make this video is because at the beginning of this year I lost my regular job and started work only with music. To be honest, it has been both a blessing and a curse. I'm happy to work with something I truly enjoy, but at the same time, living with a variable income is not comfortable. The second reason is that when I searched the internet looking for musicians who struggle with autism and the challenges that come with it, I couldn't find much. So I decided to make this video to share my own experience and maybe help someone or simply remind you that you are not alone. And why am I making this video in English? First, because I want to reach more people, but mostly because I've always watched content that goes deep into the subjects that I want to learn, and this content has always been in English when I look it up. And I also think if I made this video in Portuguese, it probably wouldn't reach as many people. And last, I feel like I have a different personality when I speak in English, okay? Let's talk about the problems I have to deal with, how I manage them, and how I'm doing today. I have level 1 autism support needs and ADHD with hyperactivity and impulsivity. The first problem I'd like to talk about is, how do I find my place in the music industry? What I mean is, growing up, I was learning everything I could about drums. At the same time, I was making drum videos, which led me to learn about microphones, recording, mixing, editing, and audio production. Eventually, I started getting gigs as an audio technician, and things were going pretty well. But then I found myself with two completely different career paths to invest in, and it wasn't all. I also became inspired to write and record instrumental music, so I did that too. I wrote, recorded, produced it, everything. But I also love electronic music, so this is the problem. My energy is like a full glass of water, but instead of pouring it in one place, I have like 5 different glasses at the same time to fill. What ended up happening is that I constantly have new ideas and inspiration, but because my energy is divided into many glasses, none of these projects grow the way that they could. So I still haven't completely figured this out. So what I did for now is I created a name for each one of these projects, and I keep producing what I can when it comes to me. and I post there with another name every project. Um, Another problem related to this is that whenever I'm producing music, I often get distracted from the creative side because I start solving technical problems instead. Things like editing audio, cleaning up recordings, and mixing give me so much dopamine that I completely forget what I was originally trying to create. What I've been trying to do is finish a rough version of the song first and only then dive into the technical work or cleaning it up. It also makes creating content really difficult to me. And to be honest, I don't enjoy making Instagram or TikTok content, but we all know how important social media is today for musicians. If you want people to discover your work. The thing that I found exhausting is to constantly perform to the algorithm from Instagram and TikTok just to get views. I like to go deep into the subject or into the video or into the song that I'm working on. Lately, to be honest, I've been slowly giving up about producing content for TikTok, Instagram. Another problem to me is connecting with people. I can do it, but it drains a huge amount of my energy. At the same time, networking is incredibly important for musicians. Meeting people, collaborating, and building relationships is part of the job too. And finally, consistency. In today's world, people expect to post content every day. They expect you to release music constantly, and honestly, I think only artists with a record label or significant financial investment behind them can consistently produce content and music. So what happens is that when my emotional state is not stable, I can't create regularly. So I think these are the biggest challenges I face as a musician with autism and ADHD. If you're going through something similar, I would really like to hear about your experience. Let me know in the comments. And that was it. Bye.